Once upon a time, near a small pond, lived a crane. Next to the pond, there was a big tree, where a wise fairy resided. The crane often observed the animals around him, learning from them. The pond was home to many small fish, which the crane would catch and eat with ease. Due to a drought, the water level in the pond began to drop, making it even easier for the crane to catch the fish. He ate so much that he started to get fat. However, no matter how much he ate, the crane was never fully satisfied. Instead of realizing that his greed was the problem, he thought that eating all the fish in the pond would finally make him happy. The more the merrier, he told himself. Determined to catch every last fish, the crane devised a clever plan. He decided to trick the fish into trusting him, and when they least expected it, he would eat them. Feeling proud of his plan, the crane sat quietly on the shore, pretending to be deep in thought, like a wise old sage. His intention was to gain the fish's trust. Curious, the fish approached the crane and asked, "Sir Crane, what are you thinking about?" The crane, pretending to be concerned, replied, "Oh dear fish, I'm worried about your future. A terrible disaster has come." Alarmed, the fish asked, "What disaster, dear crane?" The crane pointed out the low water level in the pond and said, "The drought is dangerous for you. Soon, there will be no water or food left for you." The fish, now frightened, asked, "What can we do to save ourselves?" The crane, feigning kindness, said, "Trust me, and I will take you, one by one, to a much larger pond filled with water and beautiful lotuses. It will be like paradise for you." Hearing this, the fish grew suspicious. They said, "Mr. Crane, how can we trust you? Cranes have always eaten fish, not helped them. This must be a trick." The crane, trying to appear trustworthy, responded, "I understand your doubts, but I am different. If you don't believe me, send one fish with me, and I will bring him back to show you the new pond." The fish, still wary, decided to test the crane. They sent a small, mischievous fish, known for causing trouble, with the crane. The crane gently picked up the little fish in his beak and flew to a beautiful big pond, just as he had promised. The fish was amazed by the sight of the new pond and was returned safely to the old pond. Upon his return, the little fish excitedly described the wonders of the new pond. All the other fish, eager to go, lined up to be the next passenger. The crane, having fooled them, picked up the same mischievous fish again, but this time, instead of dropping him into the pond, the crane killed and ate him, letting his bones fall to the ground. The crane continued to bring each fish to the big tree near the new pond, only to eat them one by one until no fish were left in the old pond. Despite having eaten so many fish, the crane was still not satisfied. He then noticed a lonely crab on the shore and approached him with the same deceitful offer. "My dear crab," said the crane, "I've taken all the fish to a wonderful new pond. Why do you stay here alone? Let me carry you there in my beak, just like the fish." But the crab, seeing the crane's full belly, and knowing he couldn't be trusted, thought, "This crane must have eaten all the fish. I will let him carry me, but if he tries to eat me, I'll cut off his head with my claws." The crab said, "You're too kind, Mr. Crane, but I'm too heavy for your beak. Let me grab onto your neck with my legs, and you can carry me safely." The crane, eager to eat the crab, didn't see the danger and agreed. The crab grabbed onto the crane's neck with his 8 legs and sharp claws, and they flew off. As they neared the big tree, the crab noticed that the crane wasn't heading toward the pond. "Why aren't you taking me to the pond?" asked the crab. The crane, now feeling triumphant, sneered, "You foolish crab, I've eaten all the fish, and now eat you too." But the crab tightened his grip on the crane's neck and said, "The fish trusted you and paid the price. But you won't fool me. If I die, we both die." Realizing the danger, the crane begged for his life. "Oh, please, Mr. Crab, spare me. I promise not to eat you. You can trust me." But the crab, knowing better, didn't let go. Instead, he used his sharp claws to cut through the crane's neck, killing him instantly. The crab then safely crawled into the new pond. The wise fairy, who had been watching from the tree, declared for all to hear. The one who lived by tricks and lies, no longer trusted, now he dies. Moral: those who deceive others will eventually fall victim to their own deceit.